हेलो फ्रेंड्स। आज की इस वीडियो में मैं आप लोगों को बताने वाला हूं कि किस तरह आप लोग एक किलर, एक स्ट्रॉन्ग, एक यूनिक एंड अट्रैक्टिव एसओपी बना सकते हैं। उसके साथ साथ मैं आप लोगों को यह भी बताऊंगा कि पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट एंड स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस के बीच में क्या डिफरेंस है। फर्दरमोर वी विल आल्सो बी टॉकिंग अबाउट द फॉर्मेट ऑफ एसओपी। So, without wasting any single instant of time, let's get started. So, friends, first of all, let me define you the difference between the statement of purpose and the personal statement. So, the statement of purpose is all about your past, your present, and your future. However, the personal statement is all about your past. So now let me define you what is mean by past, present, and future, right? So you know, okay, statement of purpose is all about your past and present and your future. However, the personal statement is all about your past. So now the present, past, and future. What does mean by it? It means whatever you have done in your past, your all strengths, your all achievements, your all positions, your all grades, your all hobbies, your all activities, your life incidents, your experiences. I mean, whatsoever you have done in your past, that is considered in personal SOP. That's known as personal statement, right? It means when you are writing your all past experiences, your past events, that's considered as your personal statement. So right, in this personal statement you will not be including your future goals. However, in the statement of purpose you will be including your past experiences as well as your future goals as well, right? So in simple words we can say that स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस के अंदर हम लोग क्या क्या इंक्लूड करते हैं, हमारे जो भी पास्ट के हमारे इंसिडेंट्स होते हैं, एक्सपीरियंस होते हैं, उसके साथ साथ प्रेजेंट हम लोग व्हाट वी आर करंटली पोजेसिंग एज वेल एज व्हाट वी आर होपिंग, व्हाट वी आर इंटेंडिंग टू डू इन योर फ्यूचर. So all those your hopes and your incidents and your experiences is considered a statement of purpose. However, all your past experiences is known as personal statement. So guys, now let's talk about the how we write your statement of purpose. So before writing your personal statement of purpose, you have to do one thing. What is one thing? First of all, you have to take a time, and in that time what you have to do, be relaxed and have a cup of tea, or you may have a cold water, have a glass of cold water, right? Then sit in your room and keep your mind open and be relaxed. Don't think about another thing, right? Then take a piece of paper and pen, then start to write whatsoever is coming in your mind, and all your past experiences from very basic schooling to this time, what currently you are at this position, whatsoever you have done, right? Jot down in your paper, right? All your activities, all your strengths, all your life lessons, experiences, incidents, right? Your academic achievements, your future goals, right? Whatsoever coming in your mind, just write down on the paper. When you complete it, then keep this paper aside. Then what you have to do after that, you have to make 4 portion of your SOP. First portion is introduction, then you have to separate your academic activities, and then you have to separate your future goals, and then the particular university for which you are going to apply, that university, how that university will support to achieve your personal goals or your future goals, right? So you have to write these all things on the paper first, then you have to separate these all things, right? So first of all, we come on the introduction. So you know introduction is very important for personal statement or purpose. See, the admission committee will not be just observing your one SOP. He will be observing hundreds or thousands of SOP. So they don't have much time. So he will observe, he will read your SOP completely. They will just read your introduction, or they may just skim your all SOP. They will not be observing each and single word of your SOP. So be very much careful, very much vigilant about your introduction. Introduction must be attractive. Introduction must be killer. When your checker put a light on your SOP, then he come to know that there is something in this person. That's so he may come to know that you possess something different from the other persons, right? So when you come on the introduction, then what you have to include in it? First of all, you may include your strengths. You may start this introduction with any quotation or life lesson. You may start any wonderful story or heart-touching story. You may start with that story too. After that, you may share any, because life is all about the incidents. You come across multiple incidents in your life. You may share any single incident that changed your life, right? Or it left indelible prints on your mind. You may share that experiences with from very first of your introduction, right? And after the incidents or events, you may share that, right? So first of all, here I mentioned the strengths or quotations. You may start with these. Let me give you a hint of how you start your SOP with the quotation or your strength. So I say that this is the story of a person who always looks opportunity in all difficulties. And now I mentioned this. Okay, this is the person who always looks opportunities in all difficulties. You may say that you may start with quotation in this way, that to born as a poor is not a mistake, but to die as a poor is great mistake. You may start with this quotation too. Additionally, you may say that now I am going to introduce such a person who always try to light a candle in darkness, or who always try to be the change, who wants to see in the world. So see, in this way you may start your introduction of your SOP. These are the simple quotations or simple your strengths. So in this way you may start your introduction first, and that will I pretty sure that this sort of introduction will 100% sure that they will attract your checker or your admission committee members, right? So you have to start your introduction with any quotation or with any strength which you possess. Try to come up with such strengths which are unique. Other people don't possess, because there will be different persons, 100 or 1,000 persons. You have to stand out of those persons. That's why you have to select the unique qualities which you possess. So after that, first introduction will be these things will be included in the first introduction. Then in the second paragraph, you have to introduce all your academic achievements, right? Academic achievements are those, if you are getting first A1 grade or A grade, you have to mention that I keep the record, I keep consistency in my academic, and I achieve this A1 grade from 9 to 10 or first year inter all, right? You have to mention that I got these grades in my academic activities. Additionally, if you got position in any speech competition or any debate, you have to mention in your second paragraph too. Moreover, if you remain as a class representative, then you have also to mention, because being a class representative, you take a lot of responsibility, and that is wonderful quality you possess. So in spite of that, after that, if you are the member of any other society, other committee, discipline committee, or you have to different societies, different colleges have, if you are the part of those societies, then you have to also mention those particular societies in this second paragraph, right? Additionally, if there are the different programs or events in the colleges or in the schools, if you participate, if you being a volunteer or you participate in any activity, then you have to mention those things in the second paragraph, right? So it means all your academic activities you have to present in second paragraph. After that, in the third paragraph, what you have to mention? In the third paragraph, you have to clearly define that what are your future plan, what you want to be. So you have to mention all your future plans in the in the third paragraph, right? So if you want to be a economist, then you have to mention that. But keep in mind that this future planning should relate to these your strengths. What are your strengths and what are your future goals? There will be a flow, there will be a unity between these. If you are good at you are very bad at economy and you are going to say I will be economist, then it will not create a good impression for the checker, right? So when he will check, then he says you are good at mathematics and you are going for economist, so it will not be create a good impression for your checker. So be very much vigilant about that. So whatever your future goals are, you may want to become an economist or a professor. If you want to become a chartered accountant or an engineer or doctor, you may mention all these. Anchor or journalist. If you wanted to do CSS, then you also may mention in that particular this paragraph of your future goals, right? After that, third paragraph, fourth paragraph or last final paragraph of your SOP is that the particular university for which you are going to apply, how that university will support you, how that university will contribute in your future goals. So you have to mention those things, right? जिस यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए आप अप्लाई कर रहे हैं कि वो यूनिवर्सिटी आपके फ्यूचर प्लानिंग के किस तरह आप लोगों को कंट्रीब्यूट करेगी, किस तरह आप लोगों को सपोर्ट करेगी कि आप लोग अपने फ्यूचर गोल्स को अचीव कर सकें, वो आप लोगों को लास्ट पैराग्राफ के अंदर बताना है सारी चीज़ें। जिस तरह आप लोग कहते हैं कि ये जो यूनिवर्सिटी है वो उसका जो इन्वायरमेंट है वो बहुत अच्छा है, अगर मैं इस यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर में एडमिशन मिल गई तो मैं बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखूंगा, आपकी पर्सनालिटी ग्रोमिंग होगी, उसके बाद आपका कॉन्फिडेंस ग्रो होगा, कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप होगा और आप लोग अच्छे स्पीकर बन सकते हैं। और आप लोग कल्चरल डाइवर्सिटी, देखो यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के अंदर डिफरेंट एरियाज़ के स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं तो वहाँ पे कल्चरल डाइवर्सिटी होती है, आप लोग और एडजस्टेबिलिटी और कल्चरल डाइवर्सिटी को आप लोग अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगी और आप लोग उधर बिल्कुल स्वीट करोगे। उसके बाद आप लोग चाहते हो कि ये जो यूनिवर्सिटी है इसकी एजुकेशन है वो क्वालिटी एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड करती है। जब आप क्वालिटी एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड करेंगे तो अल्टीमेटली दे विल लीड टू माय फ्यूचर प्लानिंग और फ्यूचर गोल्स। एडिशनली आप कह सकते हैं कि ये यूनिवर्सिटी इस तरह का प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोवाइड करती है जिस पे बंदा अपने लीडरशिप ट्रेड्स को ग्रो कर सकता है। तो आप लोग अपनी लीडरशिप ग्रेड आपके स्किल्स होते हैं वो आप उस पर ग्रो कर सकते हो। एडिशनली आप कह सकते हैं कि इस यूनिवर्सिटी की जो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस हैं वो बहुत ही स्ट्रिक्ट है। वो स्ट्रिक्ट जब हम लोग जब स्ट्रिक्ट पॉलिसीज़ को बेयर करते हैं या फेस करते हैं, तो फ्रेंड्स इन इजी वर्ड्स एसओपी के 4 पैराग्राफ्स होते हैं। फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ हमारा होता है इंट्रोडक्शन का, सेकंड पैराग्राफ में आप लोग एकेडमिक अचीवमेंट्स बताएंगे और थर्ड पैराग्राफ में गोल्स बताएंगे और फोर्थ पैराग्राफ में ये बताएंगे कि आपको ये यूनिवर्सिटी किस तरह कंट्रीब्यूट करेगी आपके एकेडमिक फ्यूचर गोल्स के अंदर। तो वर्ड लिमिट्स, अब बात आती है वर्ड लिमिट्स में। जब व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द वर्ड लिमिट्स देन इट वेरीज, द एसओपी can be of 500 words or it can be 600 words or 250 words, right? तो ये डिपेंड करता है हर किसी यूनिवर्सिटी पे वो कितने वर्ड्स की लिमिट आपको प्रोवाइड करती है। फिर आप लोग क्या करो, इसको डिवाइड कर दो 4 से, फिर आप इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दो इस 4 पैराग्राफ की स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ वर्ड्स को, राइट? तो ये आप इस तरह भी कर सकते हैं, या आप लोग ये पहला पैराग्राफ है इसको आप ज़्यादा प्रेफरेंस देते हो, इसके अंदर बहुत सारी चीज़ें आपको बतानी होती हैं तो आप लोग इस पर ज़्यादा वर्ड्स कंज्यूम करो, बाकी आप लोग कम वर्ड्स इन पैराग्राफ पे यूज़ कर सकते हो। तो आई होप यू आर नाउ वेरी मच क्लियर अबाउट द पैटर्न ऑफ स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस। तो अगर आप लोगों को ये वीडियो पसंद आई हो तो आप लोग ज़रूर वीडियो को लाइक कीजिएगा, क्योंकि आपका एक लाइक हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी मोटिवेशन है।